राज्यं सुताः कलत्राणि शरीराणि सुखानि च संसक्तस्यापि नष्टानि तव जन्मनि जन्मनि फलमर्थेन कामेन सुकृतेनापि कर्मणा येभ्यः संसारकान्तारे न विश्रान्तमभूत् मनः So in the past endless lives you have taken to all these pursuits, and it may be possible also you were at the peak of accomplishment in one or other life as such, of what use they are to you. So what is the point in now regretting, oh, I wanted to achieve this, I could not, that I wanted, this I wanted, but I am not able to. What is the point in lamenting for all this? Even if you accomplish now, it is of no use at all. It cannot, if it has not helped you in all these past embodiments, and where you are so much attached to them, it is not going to help you even now. So therefore he says, arthena kamena sukrutena karmana api alam. Arthena kamena sukrutena karmana api alam. Samsara kantare ebhyaha tava manaha vishrantam na abhu. Samsara kantare ebhya, tava to be added. ebhya tava manaha vishrantam na abhut. It says alam. What is alam? Enough, bas. You have done a lot now. Now it is no more. It is of no use pursuing further. If a vague possibility or distinct possibility of accomplishing what you want really in life is there, contentment, tripti, shanti, perfect peace, total peace, etc., then okay. But it is just not possible for this pursuit. Therefore be wiser now. So, alam, enough of all these. What are those? Arthena, securities. There are all types of securities. Kamena, fulfillment of desires. So, the desires here and for things hereafter. Also, sukrutena karmana api. Even the karmas which are sukruta. Sukruta means which give you punya, which are prescribed by the Vedas. Even enough of them. Why? Now we ask, why punya karmas should be given up? Because punya karma for what? For the sake of others or for yourself? You want better enjoyments, is it not? At least, if not this thing, Mahabaleshwar hill station is no good, it's too much cold. I think heaven is better, I think. So therefore, why not try for such heavens, etc.? So therefore, no, because there also what is presupposed there? Embodiment. Embodiment is there, identification is there, and once embodiment, Janma Marana Chakkar will continue. So therefore, he says, therefore, api. Api means some people may doubt how punya karma to be given up. Sukrutena karmana api alam. Enough of this. Bas. You already done so much. Enough of that. It is not going to help you any further. Why so? The reason is Samsara Kantare. Kantara means forest. In the forest there is samsara. Or you can take that samsara kantare means samsara lakshane durgame vartmani. In this samsara, where you have to walk a very difficult path. So because dharma is not that easy. One has to be very, very alert. Even the great people like Dharmaraja also has faltered. So that doesn't mean we should not take to. So long as it is necessary, certainly, but you can't take it to perfection. So, samsara lakshane durgame vartmani. So therefore, for you, ebhyaha tava. Tava means ebhyaha. Ebhyaha means dharmartha kamebhyaha. By this dharma, artha, kama, by these three purusharthas, by these tava, for you, who is this tava? Samsara kantare brahmyataha. The one who is wandering in this forest of samsara, for you it is just impossible to accomplish this. What is impossible? Says tava, your manaha vishrantam na abhu. Your mind can never have respite, in the sense, Vishranti means that is peace. Peace in the sense, you can never have what is called as Brahmana Vichcheda. Brahmana Vichcheda means cessation of Brahmana. What is Brahmana? Wandering. What wandering? New embodiment, janma, marna, janma, marna, janma, marna, janma, marna, you can never get rid of so long as you are preoccupied in dharma, artha and kama. See, it should be understood properly. This is told to a person who has already taken to dharma, artha, kama at its best and has found their utility, their futilities, and therefore he says, now have, that means aspire for higher goal of life, that is what is moksha. So therefore, dharmartha kama are the stages wherein you prepare yourself for higher flights of Purushartha, that is moksha. So, but Viveka Vairagya has to be discovered by the individual. Any amount of telling by the teacher or the Shastra is not going to help unless one discovers this truth for oneself. So therefore, enough of all these. Only the direction can be given. So this enough of this dharmartha kama pursuit, you have taken enough of them, and however long you may continue, you are not going to be benefited totally by this, except some stopgap arrangement here and there. So therefore, so your tava manaha na vishrantam abhut, means never it has got, that means pacified, means you will not be able to escape the janma marana cycle. Therefore, what is to be done now? So, now, withdraw yourself from all this pursuit because you have done enough of them. Kritam na kati janmani kaye na manasa gira. Dukkhamaya sadam karma tadadyapyuparamyatam. Ayasadam karma tasmad dukkham, tasmad add tasmad dukkham kayena manasa gira kati janmani karma nakritam. Kayena manasa gira kati janmani add karma nakritam. Tad, second line. Tad again means tasmad. Tad means tasmad. Tad adyapi uparamyatam. Tad adyapi uparamyatam. Say, ayasadam karma. What is the nature of karma? Karma is ayasadam. Ayasadam means it needs lot of exertion, lot of efforts, lot of pain are involved. Therefore, it is dukkham. Dukkham means it is nothing but source of sorrow only. Now, be careful. This is not the argument of a lazy person. Lazy person also will say what? See, who will get up early in the morning and all do all these things? No, ayasadam karma. See, this person says ayasadam karma and therefore the advice is being given that get rid of that. But this person is the one who has got the maturity and found the futility of the pursuits of dharma, artha, kama. But lazy person, no, he has got all the rallies for dharma, artha, kama, but doesn't want to work. But he wants all the artha, all the kamas, all the dharma he wants. That difference is there. Don't take this a lazy person's argument. No. A person who had worked on these lines and found it is totally useless for his higher pursuit. So therefore, this is born of maturity and not because of laziness. So karma, the nature of karma is ayasa only. Exhaustion means here, so not in terms of physical exhaustion, means it is painful, so much of time and efforts are involved. Therefore it is dukkham. Finally what you get is only sorrow only. Even if some results you get temporarily, but in the long run it is not going to help you totally. Now he says, if you are not still convinced, says he, that reminds you, did you not do karmas all along? All along means when? In the past endless lives, physical level, mental levels, oral level, all you have done. How much it has helped you. And today where are you? point only, that. I generally tell the example. A child sitting at the car was parked in the porch. The child has seen daddy driving the car. So child sat at the steering wheel and started driving the car. And it is turning the steering wheel and making a sound from the mouth. And it is imagining it is going at 100 kilometers per hour, and 2.5 hours it is sitting there and driving, and after end of 2.5 hours, where is the child? Not an inch it has moved. So also, all these lives here in the past, you are doing these only dharmartha kama pursuit, and in this life, from where did you start? From the scratch. Huh? Suppose if the fellow is born in Brahmana family, they will say make him recite the Vedas from the beginning. Or like this it will be. From the very beginning, all those things are of you. Suppose a person who was great mathematician or a PhD in some subject in the past life. Now it's what is ABCD. That knowledge will not be of use. He has to start from ABCD or E, whatever the language in which he is born. That's all. He has to start. Of what use? Was a doctorate, even the postdoctoral research he has done. Of what use? Suppose a greatest doctor in past life and now born again. And nose is running, so the mother has to take to GD. So, but this fellow was such a great doctor in the past life. Of what use all this? So therefore he says, if still you are not convinced, think of all this. The question is like this. Kayena manasa gira kati janmani karma na kritam. In how many lives you have not done karma at physical level, at the kayena, physical level, manasa, mental level, upasana, gira, in terms of prayers, etc., chanting of Vedas, etc., gira, kati janmani, in how many lives karma, na krutam tvaya, have not done all this, of what use they are now. So therefore, even if you pursue now the karma, it is of no use at all. Therefore, a loving advice is given, tasmat, having discovered the maturity and vairagya, see, this is in the context of sarvatra anadaram kuru, sarvatra anadaram kuru. Anadaram means indifference, disregarding. Why disregarding? Not that I can't, but there are no use because of that vairagya. So therefore, tasmad, what do you do? Adya api uparamyatam. Even now, what you do now? Uparamyatam. Be pacified, withdraw yourself from this karma and take to higher pursuit of life, of knowing what your true nature is. The same thing in Brihadaranyaka is put in a sarcastic manner. A person who is addicted to karma and is not ready to give up and take inquiry to know what one's own nature is, such a person is branded as, what is it? Devanam Pashu. This fellow is a Pashu of Devas. You know what Pashu means? The context is like this. A shepherd has got a herd of sheep. However, any number of sheep may be there, but the shepherd would not like to miss even a single sheep. It is a loss. So he will protect them from lions, tigers, etc., wild animals, foxes, etc. He will protect them because it is lost. Like this it is said sarcastically. These devas means their adhisthana devatas, Indra, Varuna, etc. It is said that they don't like anyone to take to Jnana Marga. You know why? Because as per the Vedic norms, this person is supposed to homa, karma, etc., wherein the devas get the oblations. Now if this fellow takes to Jnana Marga, what will happen? One sheep is lost. A loss for them. They say they pose obstructions also. So that to serve is to keep the herd intact, not to miss any single one. That's karma, that is what is said. So, of course, if strong this is there, the Ishvara will help afterward. But one has to get out of this as such, that karma, yes, it was useful till now. After its purpose is served, that also has to be given. So one should not be devanam pashu. In the modern context, the karma word is replaced by seva. And the devanam pashu, Swami nam pashu. So nobody wants to miss the member of their flock as such. No, there is a means. Seva is required until it serves as a means to get the readiness of mind. Finally, one has to take to this flight and get rid of that also and abide in one's own true nature. Otherwise, what use that seva is? So don't miss the goal. So these are the means for the goal. If you get hooked to the means itself, you are deprived of the goal. So therefore, karma uparamyatam. That means you are going out of the necessity of karma or seva now. Discover your swarupa. They have served a purpose. So you can't say, okay, you take to a vehicle to go somewhere. From Bombay to Delhi, let us say. Or you take a flight or Rajdhani. And Delhi has already Delhi. Then what is that? Will you continue to sit there? Rajdhani, air conditioned, food also is given from your, of course, money is taken from you only. So they are not charitable people. Or flight, etc., you are taken so nice care, etc. Once you reach, what you have to do? Discard the vehicle. Even if you don't discard, they will throw you out. They will not allow you to continue to be there. So like that, karma is a means, yes. Until it is required, seva or karma, yes. Make use of them, but go out of them. That is what is said here as tad means tasma, because of no use what you have done all along. Tasmat adyapi, at least now onwards what you do. Uparamyatam, withdraw yourself and take to higher pursuit. That means in this way, that upashama means freedom from the entanglement of karma was given to gain, to discover the shanti. The shanti, but what shanti? Not a passing phase of mind. That passing phase of mind, however long it may be, not going to be forever. So the true shanti, the true ananda, the true sukha that was told earlier is possible only in knowledge. And knowledge means the direct cognition of one's own true nature. Better now, you are asked to withdraw from karma, not for anything, not to be idle or lazy, etc. Take to higher pursuit now. Take to the means of knowledge and discover what your Sarupa is, wherein you don't need anything because you are Ananda Sarupa. The direct cognition, aparoksha anubhava is there. So therefore here now, Jnana Ashtaka, 11th chapter, the 8th stanza, which unfolds what the Swarupa are, that is the Jnana. So about the Jnana is to Bhava Bhava Vikarascha Swabhavaditi Nishchayi Nirvikaro Gata Klesha Sukhe Naivopashamyati Bhava Bhava Vikarascha Swabhavat and Jayate iti Nishchayi. Then again add Tena Nishchayena Parihara. Tena Nishchayena Nirvikaraha Gatakleshaha Sukhena Eva Upashamyati. What is the jnana sadhana? To gain this knowledge, to discover the everlasting peace, everlasting ananda, that is one's own swarupa. Know this. What are all those? Presently, what is our problem? Has anyone any difference of opinion that we want all along ananda? We want all along peace. We want all along freedom from sorrow. Is there any difference of opinion? No. This is there. Now, why you want so? What is wrong with you currently? All that there is opposite of it. Dukkha, even if Ananda is there, just comes and goes. Sorrows, all these things, therefore he says, these are all because of what? Because of what? Because of something else around. Start from you only. Start from the body only. You means from the body only, is it not? Even, you see, even if everything is well off, the body itself is not going to be forever. It is going to age. It is going to get subjected to this, etc. It is source of sorrow. Don't ask about the around things. So they also are so. So therefore, all these things which are subject to change and which give you sorrow are not the nature of Atma. They belong to something else. So he says, Bhava bhava vikarascha svabhavat jayate iti nishchayi. The source of all sorrows is traced. What is the source of all sorrows? This means bhava bhava vikarascha. Bhava means utpatti. Bhava, existence, here in the sense of utpatti. Abhava, absence. Absence of existence in the sense of vinasha. So, bhava bhava, utpatti vinasha as upalakshana for rest of all the vikaras. How many vikaras? 6 vikaras. So that bhava bhava vikara stands for the 6 types of changes, which itself is source of sorrow. See, wherever vikara is there, there is sorrow is. Janma, Marana, these are the 2 peaks, bhava, bhava. In between the change is there. Jayate, jayate, asti, vardhati, viparnamati, apakshiyate, vinashyati. At each level there is sorrow. Birth, sorrow or happiness. Others they celebrate, ask the person who is born. That's why the child cries. Even when before being born, they say it's a very torturous condition. So therefore, sorrow. Death, sorrow or happiness? Sorrow. In fact, we should transform the death in such a way that it doesn't affect us at all, but it is in our hand. For others it may be a source of sorrow, that we can't help it. But at least we should conduct ourselves and accomplish in such a manner that death is no more the source of sorrow. Of course, physical pain, suffering may be there at the departure of the body. We don't know how the body gets departed. That is a different thing. But there cannot be a sense of loss as far as the death is concerned, provided the full and complete swarup of ours is discovered. Body-wise being the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was taught that is because of the disease, the pain was there. That is the dharma of Deha. So Deha dharma is to change and get subject to disease. You can't, even if Jnani may be there, it cannot be totally, that means escaped. This is all governed by the prarabdha karma. That is a different thing. But there is no sense of loss because that means the Purnatva has been discovered. So now these, the bhava bhava vikara stands for Ch11. From where? What is the source of these? Is it from Atma? Is it the feature of Atma? Is it the nature of Atma? No, it is because of Swabhava Jayate. What is Swabhava here? Swabhava here, Maya and Maya Samskara. Maya and Maya Samskara means effects of Maya. Prakriti is because of this inert Prakriti. That is because this third vikaras which lead to sorrow of samsara takes place, means it is not on account of nirvikara atma. Now see the contrast. Bhava bhava vikara means all these vikaras, that means the changes which are the sources of sorrow, are on account of Maya and effect of Maya. Maya, creative power of Ishvara, and creative power, its effects, and not natu nirvikara atmana. And but on account of Atma who is free from all vikaras, free from Ch11. So, it jayate, that is Swabhava jayate. Iti nishchayi. Nishchayi means Nishchayavan Purusha. The person who has firm ascertainment by inquiry, Shravana, etc. So that all the sorrows belong to Prakriti. Prakriti Maya. Maya means again its effect of the. Our embodiment is effect of Maya. So therefore it belongs to that. So therefore iti nishchayi. And because of that nishchaya, means Atma Anatma Viveka, Tena Nishtayena, what he has discovered is itself one's own true nature, Atma as Nirvikaraha. So Nirvikara, free from all vikaras. See, do you cognize vikaras or not? Do you experience all these vikaras or not? If you experience, with the help of what you experience. Vikaras means changes. A changing thing, if it is to be cognized, is it not that with a common sense has to tell them there must be a changeless principle? And that changeless principle must be such that it should have the power of cognition. Means it should be able to know. That is what Chaitanya, your true nature is, because of which you are able to know all these changes, sorrows, etc. are taking place, which never are the same, go on changing. That changeless principle is you should necessarily be free from all these vikaras. Otherwise, cognition of any change is just not possible in the absence of a principle which is free from change. Therefore, so that Nirvikara Chaitanya Tattva, knowledge principle which all the time exists, that is a Swarupa, and on the basis of which you know all the vikaras, so that you are Nirvikaraha. And because you are Nirvikaraha, who cognize all the changes, and all dukkha, sorrows belong to what? Vikaras, changes. You are the one who cognizes the changes and free from them. Therefore you are Gata Kleshaha, the one for whom no kleshas, no afflictions can ever be there as one's own characteristic features. As one's own characteristic feature. They come and go in your presence, like in the presence of the sun, the clouds may come and go. Sun is free from all the clouds, so vikaras may come and go in the presence of Chaitanya. You, the cognitive principle, but yourself are Gata Kleshaha, totally free from all affliction. So therefore now, however great an affliction may be, whom does it belong to? Swabhava. Swabhava means Maya Tatkarya. Beginning from ignorance, ahankara, onwards to the body, gross body, and any objects in the world. All these are the products of Swabhava. You are totally free from them. You are aware of that. Therefore you are Gata Kleshaha. And then when you discover this, Sukhena eva upashamyati. That person, Sukhena eva. Sukhena eva means Anayasena eva. That person need not do something to find out happiness, because Swarupa itself is Ananda Swarupa. Swarupa itself is Gata-klesha Swarupa, free from affliction. Nothing needs to be done. Once this is discovered, no karma is required, no upasana is required. All that is there is abidance in one's own Swarupa. Sukhena eva, anayasena eva, upashamyati. Upashamyati means it gets specified in the sense abides in one's own Swarupa. Upashamana means whitening in the sense abiding in the Swarupa, which itself is Nirvikara, Gata Klesha and Ananda Swarupa. So therefore, inquire now. So inquire in this way. How that all these vikaras belong to the upadhis born of Maya and not to Atma. Now a question may come. You say bhava, bhava, vikara, all vikaras means samsara, sorrowful samsara is on account of swabhava, prakriti, Maya. How is it possible? Maya is inert, Swabhava is inert, Prakriti is inert. How can you sorrow, etc.? For that it says, see, look, that is, though it is jada, in the presence of Chaitanya Rupa, Atma, Brahma, or from the standpoint of creation called as Ishvara, the Prakriti, so-called Swabhava, modifies and becomes the source of sorrow. Ishvara sarva nirmata nihanya iti nishchayi. Antargalita sarvasha mata vapi na sajyati. Na iha ana. Now take them here. Iha Ishvaraha sarva nirmata anyaha na. Anyaha na. Iha Ishvaraha sarva nirmata anyaha na iti nishchayi. Nishchayi and purushaha antargalita sarvashaha. Antargalita sarvashaha and ataha eva shantaha kvapi na sajjati. Kvapi na sajjati. It means asmin jagati, in this jagat, in this creation, here, Ishvaraha sarva nirmata. Maya, no doubt, is jada. But there is a nimitta karana. Nimitta karana is an intelligent being, a sentient being who is Ishvara. And who is Ishvara? Brahma only, Atma, Brahma only sits the standpoint of Jagat. When you view the Brahma Tattva, Atma Tattva from the standpoint of Jagat, it gets the status of Ishvara. Otherwise it is free from Jagat, it is Brahma Tattva. So therefore, Ishvara and Brahma are not different. Only the status that is given to Brahma from the standpoint of creation is the status of Ishvara. So therefore, here in this creation, Ishvaraha sarva nirmata. Ishvara is the creator of everything in the sense, in the presence of Brahman, because of Maya Shakti, the creative power, Jagat gets created. And when the Jagat is created, that Brahma is called as Ishvara from the standpoint of Jagat. Sarva nirmata. Anyahana, there is no one. Anya means Jiva, etc. is not the creator. If Jiva were the creator, what would have happened? If Jiva were the creator of the Jagat, what will happen? Huh? What is that? Everyone would have had his own way of this thing. Huh? Is it not? Before that, Jiva is with respect to what? Jiva is with respect to Jagat. If Jagat is not there, where is Jiva? Jagat is for whom? Jiva. It becomes a vicious circle there. So that not anyway. So therefore, not Jivaha, not this Jiva. But one thing, Jiva in reality is not different from Ishvara. That's what. So because of ignorance appears as Jiva. So na anyaha, not Jiva, iti nishchayi purushaha. That person who has got such firm ascertainment, nishchayi, that means nishchayavan purushaha. So on account of that nishchaya, so that is, see now look here. All vikaras are on account of this. They are governed by whom? Ishvara. And how Ishvara governs them? How Ishvara governs them? What is the cause? What is the basis? See, there is no similarity, that means varieties are there, differences are there. What is the cause? If Ishvara has he created the differences? Somebody is happy, other person is sorrowful. Karma phalas. He is only the one who dispenses the karma phalas. Not that he has got any will of his own as such. So therefore, nishchayi, and therefore this person, what happens? Antargalita sarvashaha. Everything is governed by laws of Ishvara in accordance with the karma phalas of the individual. So that being the case, and that is, vikaras belong to this prakriti, maya, but one swarupa is nirvikara, gata klesha, and therefore he becomes such a person. Antargalita sarvashaha means the one from whom all ashas, trishnas are dropped. Antargalita sarvasha means gata sarva trishna. The one from whom all trishnas, all hankerings have got dropped, because he knows that he cannot, that means gain something which is everlasting, that is in terms of ananda, free from sorrow, etc., from the vikari, so that is jagat, including the embodiment. So he has grown out of them, ataha eva, because of this only, as trishna is not there, therefore the person is shantaha. Shanta here is nischala chittaha, the one whose mind is composed and steady. That shows ashanti is because of what? If antargalita sarvasha shanta, and antargalita sarvasha means vigata trishna, the one from whom the hankerings have gone is shantaha, means his mind is calm and composed. And when the mind becomes agitated, opposite of it, when he is, now tell me, antargalita sarvasha, opposite word you give me. Antarpurna sarvasha. Inside full of all the hankering, he becomes what? Ashantaha. He becomes the one who is restless. All of us want peace, is it not? How? We want peace, keeping intact all ashas. Keeping intact all these trishnas, we want to have peace. This is said, Satya Sai Baba said, everyone asks, I want peace, I want peace, I want peace. You want peace? Do one thing. What is it? Remove I want. Remove I want. What is that? Peace, that's all. That is your swarupa. And you entertain wants, and afterwards you are hankering for peace, peace. How intelligent we are now, modern people. Of course, this is not modern. This is from the age-old days. From the beginning of the creation, this foolishness is going on. Not only now as such. So that want means, what is in store? Ashanti. Want means Ashanti. So, but still it is difficult to appreciate why. That hold of sense objects and sense pleasures is so strong, it doesn't allow us to think in the right direction. How is it? I think some way out may be possible. I think this Swami is no good. All the time he is talking of vairagya only. I think we should have someone who can say cent percent materialism, cent percent spiritualism. Enjoy the world and also gain moksha. I think we should find someone. Don't come anywhere near Ashtavakra Gita, okay? So run away from Ashtavakra Gita. Fine. So, nischala chittaha, so shanta, because see, that means Krishna, asha, desire is the cause of ashanti. Once that is dropped, that's it. In Bhagavata there is one, that episode, one hawk or something, one bird, some bird got a piece of meat. It got it, and It wanted to, it flew. Other birds saw, they also wanted, and all chased the bird. And this bird was flying, and the others were chasing, and it was a big fight, etc. Finally it said, let me drop it, because that's too much. The fight was too much. It was surrounded by all these birds. It could not do anything. It dropped. The moment it dropped, all these birds went there. The piece of meat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this is the one episode to describe that. This bird what? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The moment it dropped free from all these Ashanti. Otherwise, see how much struggle. These days of competition, the same thing. Life of competition, etc. is what? Same thing. Everyone wants the same thing. And the commodities are less. And the consumers are more. Of course, I'm not talking of market conditions. So in terms of the other thing. So therefore what is in store is only Ashanti only. So therefore have that means objective vision. So Antargalita Sarvashaha, that being the case, Kvapina Sajjate. In English you can put, doesn't get hooked anywhere. That's the better way of telling. Doesn't get hooked anywhere. So therefore, Kvapina Sajjate, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Because why? Kvapi means where? To anything from this Jagat. From this Jagat, doesn't get hooked anything from the Jagat. That Kvapi also shows even to Punya Karmas. Even to Punya Karmas doesn't get hooked because it is another golden chain afterwards. So that's what Kvapina Sajjate. But how is it possible? Simply means just you can't say, no, I don't want. The person has to discover Nirvikaraha, one's own Swarupa, which is free from Vikara. That discovery only will give him, enable the person to get such Shanti. Now the question comes, Ishvaraha Sarva Nirmata Vastu. If Ishvara is the creator of everything, what I find in the creation is disparity. Some are well off, others are suffering. And if Ishvara has created, who created? He created disparity. Then he is the one who has to be taken to task, is it not? He is kind to some people and he is cruel to others. So this is why it says, yes, Ishvara created, but not because of any partiality, etc. The cause of disparity is something different. So Ishvara has no, that means interest in this in terms of creating disparity there. The individual jivas are themselves the cause. That's why here in the Brahma Sutra we find that Vaishamya Naigrinne Syata. If Ishvara himself has created disparity, the defect of Vaishamya means partiality, Naigrinya, cruelty to some, will be attributed to or will be imputed to Ishvara, which is not correct. Why? It is no doubt Ishvara is the cause, but the blueprint is given by the individual jiva. The individual jiva is responsible for the wrong blueprint he has given. That's why this happens this way. The reason is given now. Apada sampada kale daiva deveti nishchayi. Tripta swastendriyo nityam navanchati na shochati. Kale आपदः संपदः दैवादेव इति निश्चयी तृप्तः नित्यं स्वस्थेन्द्रियः and अप्राप्तं न वाञ्छति, further add नष्टं न शोचति. Kale apadaha sampadaha. Kale, from time to time, at specific time, at different times. See, now look, all these have to be viewed in the context of first line of the first stanza. Bhava bhava vikarascha swabhava jayate iti nishchay. That phrase shows that he has taken to Atma Anatma Viveka, and all the sorrows belong to Anatma, and ascertain the Atma Swarupa. That has to be, jnana has to be kept in the mind. The direct cognition has to be kept in the mind. And therefore, in the context where there is no room for any sorrow, that way it has to be taken to. Otherwise, simply just saying that will not help. So, kale kale, if it is asked, how is that this disparity is there? Or some people enjoy, some people suffer, how is it? So, kale, it means at different periods of time. Apadaha sampadaha. Apadaha, calamities. Sampadaha, wealth, etc. That means the desirable things. Apada, undesirable things. Sorrows, etc. Apadaha. Joy, etc. desired things. Sampadaha. From time to time. How do they come? Daiva deva. So they are on account of Daiva deva. What is Daiva? Not simply that, not fate is not the correct translation. We should know what is meant by fate. If you want to use the word fate, you should know what the fate is. So Daiva deva means on account of one's own past adrishta. One's own past adrishta, of course, executed by who? Ishvara. That's why I say Ishvara Sarvanirvatan is only Ishvara is the one who executes that. But the blueprint is given by that is Praktana Drishta, one's own results of one's own past karmas, means past karma phalas. So therefore Daivad eva. So therefore Daivad eva iti nishchayi. So one who has discovered, so one who has ascertained, so nishchayi. Now for example, let us say here is a jnani, and apadaha sampadaha are coming. He knows for certain what is the cause. Suppose apada comes, there is some cause in the past which was done wrong, but he is a jnani. How can he do wrong? When jnani. Now, but past, jnani or ajnani? Ajnani. At that time what is done? The card was already punched there. You can't change it now. So therefore the prarabdha karma which has already taken place will be guided by that. Sanchita karma etc. will go nullified, but prarabdha karma will go. So therefore yes, there must be some cause for that. I may suffer in the sense something will be there, but the cause is there in the past. So therefore sampadaha, for that also some cause is there, because he is not doing anything for this either apad or sampad now in view of knowledge, because in the context of jnana these are just not possible for this person. So therefore, so daiva devati nishchayi, one who has ascertained, seen the truth of this, and therefore ataha eva, for that reason only, now he is triptaha. Triptaha means vita trishnaha, contented. Hankering for sense pleasure is not there at all. So and therefore nityam swasthendriyaha. All the time his indriyas are what? Swastha. Swastha means not attracted by the sense objects. So here, swasmin sthita means if they abide in themselves, in the sense not attracted by sense, the sense objects. So that is, swastha means vishayana krishtendriyaha. Vishayaihi anakrishtendriyaha. Akrishtendriya is the one whose senses are dragged by the sense objects. No akrishtendriya, the one whose senses are not attracted or fascinated by the sense object. So that is what Vishayana Krishnendriya Swastaha means not goaded by or not, that means attracted by the sense objects. Such one who has got such senses, that is Swastendriya Nityam, not once or twice, and that being the case, Apraptam Navanchati. Whatever one doesn't have, he doesn't hanker for. Not only that, Nashtam Nashojati. Whatever that was with the person got destroyed, doesn't lament on that account. Now see the contrast now. A common person, when Apad and Sampad comes, what happens? When Apad comes, sings. When Sampad comes, elates. So, elation, dejection. Elation, dejection. And not Daivaniti. When Apad comes, what you'll say? Because of that rascal it happened so. And when Sampad comes, you know who got it? I got it. I struggled for that all along and now I got it. That's what it is. Okay, that's fine. So Daivana here. And instead of Truptaha, Atruptaha. Instead of Swastendriyaha, that's correct. Aswastendriya. All indriyas are always aswastha only. So, aswastha. So, then, always like that. Nityana. Again, apraptam na vanchati. Then this person. Other person, apraptameva vanchati. Whereas, nashtam na shojati. That person, nashtam shojati. So this is how the contrast is. So now one may say, well, your jnani may be so, but we have seen sometimes he also is working. Working means acting. If not anything, he goes for bhiksha. At least he eats the food. He bathes, he clothes. He sometimes sits somewhere and gives something. He does something. So what is it all about? He says, yes. So that may say, all those in that case are just guided by prarabdha. Means purushartha is not there for that person. Some momentum of prarabdha is there. They only get guided by prarabdha in the case of such person. Sukha dukhe janma mrityu daiva deveti nishchaye. Sadhyadarshi nirayasa kurvan api na lipyate. Sukha dukhi janma mrityu daiva deveti nishchayi. And ataha eva sadhyadarshi. Again add ataha eva. Sadhyadarshi, again add ataha eva. Nirayasaha, add prarabdhavashat. Kurvan api na lipyate. So he may act, but is not afflicted by the results thereof. Why? This is his vision. Based on the truth. Sukha dukhe janma mrityu. The pairs of opposite. Sukha, dukkha, janma mrityu, mana, apamana, raga, dvesha, all these things, which one cannot escape so long as the body is there. See, Sukha, dukkha, janma, mrityu, hunger, thirst, etc. How long they are there? So long as the body is there. The body is there, look here. Body is there and therefore, oh, I am a jnani. My hunger should come to me. My thirst should come to me.
universities there, certificates. This person is a jnana. If that were the case, there also corruption and under the table things would have started. So I think Ishvara has kept in his own hand, I think, that department. Okay. So that is what is okay. So now, see, that so long as the body is there, hunger, thirst, etc. belong, sukha, dukkha, mana, apamana, janma, mrityu belong to body. If you claim to a jnani, what is your I? Chaitanya Swarupa is the I. Simply not saying Chaitanya is I. The direct cognition. The direct cognition. If that is the case, are you the body? In your presence, the body may have, etc., come and go, etc., so long as, because your jnana is not going to end the body. Jnana, taking for granted this person has got the jnana, that is not going to end the body just that at time, because prarabdha karma movement is there. So long as the momentum is there, according to earlier, whatever blueprint was there, some sukha, dukkha, etc. are bound to be there. That's why I say, sukha, dukkhe, janma, mrityu, Daivadeneti. Daivad means on account of past prarabdha karma phala only. Iti nishchai. Therefore, so having, that is, with such firm ascertainment based on the discovery of one's true nature, and because of that, ataha eva, he is a person like this. Who is the person? What type of person is he? Sadhyadarshi. So, first let us say adarshi. Na pashyati iti adarshi. The one who doesn't see this. What doesn't see? Sadhya means maya idam phalam sadhyam iti adarshi. One who doesn't see means one who doesn't have this notion. What notion? Maya idam phalam sadhyam. I have to accomplish this phala. I have to do this karma. I have to do this upasana. I have to do these things and get these results. Such notion one who does not have. So, sadhyadarshi. Why he doesn't have? Why this person doesn't have? Because he has already discovered nirvikaraha gataklesha. My true nature is free from all these things. Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, there is no sorrow at all, and that he has directly cognized. See, this man, you see, at times this word jnana cannot convey all things because our habit is branding some piece of information as jnana. So that's why Shankaracharya, that one place in Brahma Sutra Bhashya, he says, Anubhavavasanatvat Brahma Jnanasya Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha. Brahma Jnana is Anubhavavasanatva. Finally it has to culminate in the direct cognition. Anubhava means, that means a cognition true to the nature of Brahman Atma. If you say, I experience God, it is not true to the nature of Brahma, because in Brahma Triputis are not there. I experience not there. So it is nothing but getting totally absorbed in that. So Brahma, that is Anubhava Avasana means end, the final, the peak, culmination. That is Brahma Jnana culminates in the Anubhava. Experience means direct cognition of one Swarupa, Brahma, and again Bhuta Vastu Vishayatvacha. Something related to a Bhuta Vastu means an existent thing. Don't think that you are creating Atma or you are creating Brahma, etc. Brahma, which is Satchidananda Swarupa, all the time exists, but you have committed an error of trusting or superimposing all the features of Anatma on Brahma and mistaking yourself to be a samsari. So therefore, Swarupataha, you are Brahma Swarupa, free from samsara prapanchopashama. That has to be directly cognized. That's why I say anubhava avasana. Otherwise, what will happen? Borrow some statements from the Shastras, like a parrot you go on repeating, and you brand it as a Brahma Jnana. It is not going to be so. So therefore here, that's why that person who has already discovered this, so sadhya, something to be, this is to be accomplished by me. And that sadhya can be anything from status of Hiranyagarbha onwards, any ordinary accomplishment in life. He has nothing to gain. Idam maya, idam phalam maya sadhyamiti adarshi. One who doesn't see, one who has no such notion. And therefore only that person is now who? Nirayasaha. Nirayasa means no efforts required. What for? My Swarupa itself, Bhuta Vastu. My Swarupa itself is Ananda Swarupa. What am I to do now? So nothing is there. So all these preoccupations are not there. Nirayasaha. So then how is it seen that he is doing this and that, etc.? He says, Prarabdhavasha. What to do? Till now he was Ajnani and the body had taken its momentum. It will continue for some time until the momentum is over, and in that, as for the blueprint of prarabdha, few things done here and there are there, they will be taken care of that way. Prarabdhavashat kurvannapi, even if it appears as though doing something here and there, nalipyati, because that way he is not afflicted by the results thereof, because he knows me, the Chaitanya Swarupa, Atma, is not the Karta, I am Akarta, na lipyate. So in this manner, see, all this is said that such knowledge has to be discovered, one has to gain that knowledge. So now, a doubt is raised. Kurvan api na lipyate, how is it possible? Doing means what? Concern, care, etc. are going to be there. How is it? The answer is not being given.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले पश्यतु पर्जन्यः